these cards for a few years now. Actually, I used to collect these cards when I was a kid. And then, over the course of the years, a few of my friends stopped playing Pokemon. And they were about to throw their cards out, and I told them, hey, can you give your cards to me? So I have my own collection, but then I also have collection of all my friends. Because they were done with Pokemon. And nobody thought of collecting cards back in the day. So I thought, well, I'll keep them myself. So I have a couple of cards I want to go through. I have like 1,000 cards, but today I'll just go through a few of those. This is the first card right here. A Heracross. Pretty interesting card. Right? I don't know why it's classified as a grass type, but I don't think they had grass types back then. No, I mean, I think they didn't have bug types back then in Pokemon cards. But there's another card that goes with it. A Beedrill. Pretty nice card. And then the back is the same as it's always been. Yeah, I think these cards are probably like 7-8 years old now. Let's look at another card. These two are grass types. Let's look at this one right here. Arcanine. I have no idea how old this card is. But if you all remember, Arcanine actually was supposed to be a legendary Pokemon. But then they changed their mind on it. It's not a legendary Pokemon anymore. But in the very original show, they showed 4 Pokemon. I believe it was the three legendary birds from Kanto, and then also Arcanine. But then they later went back on it and made Arcanine just a rare Pokemon, not really a legendary. Pretty cool card. Next. Oh man, this one's a good one. We can't have one without this. Charizard. Man, this card is probably, like 15 years old now. I'd like to think it's 15. It has that goofy looking Charizard face. You know, one thing I like about the old Pokemon cards is that Pokemon used to look just goofy, you know. Now they make them look cool, like Charizard looks super cool now. But in here he just has that fat chubby belly. And that's fine, you know, it's supposed to be a Pokemon, so it's a pretty nice card though, I have to say. Let's see. Oh, what about this one? Pikachu. It's a pretty cute picture of Pikachu as well. It says Thundershock. You know, I just remembered when I used to play Pokemon with my friends, I actually used to play it in a different way. I just never had coins. We would just do turns, you know, we would flip a coin the first time, or just do some sort of a toss. And then whoever would win the toss would go first. And then we would just, you know, take turns attacking each other with the attacks listed on this card. And see who wins, who has the better cards. But, nice card. Let's see. I have some other cards too from Generation 5. Like, for example, this one. Thundurus. This is from the 5th generation. I think they're Tornadus, there's Thundurus, and then I could have sworn there was another one as well. I don't know what it's called, but I know there's another one as well. There's 3 in total. But I collected cards from the 5th generation of Pokemon as well. Disaster World, that background of like Pokemon Black and White as well. It is a very characteristic card. You can't go wrong with this one. Let's see, what else do I have? Well, let's see. I have so many cards, I don't know which one to pick. What about this one? Vigoroth. You know, this line of evolutions, starting from Slakoth, they're just so cool. I have to say, Slakoth is kind of a boring Pokemon, but after it evolves, it turns into Vigoroth. The name is already pretty interesting, you know, it's a pun on like slack and then vigor. But then Slacking is an absolute beast, and they were making Pokemon games. I was hoping that in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire they make an Mega Evolution for Slacking and get rid of his ability where he skips the turn where he's slacking around. But that never happened. But this is still one of my favorite line of evolutions. Very cool. Plus the fact that it's the actual animal looks exactly like Slakoth is so funny to me. But going off of this, let's look at an ice type. I guess my theory is right. It seems like they don't have some types in Pokemon cards like bug type, ice type, because this one's also classified as a water type. Now, Snowveil makes sense to me. It says below 0. I'm thinking this is that 1-hit KO move in the normal games. But Abomasnow is one of my favorites. You know, people play Generation 4 Pokemon games and they have this specific set of Pokemon they catch, but I always leave one slot open for Snover for it to evolve into Abomasnow. Foot Hammer is such a great ability. And also Blizzard. I love this Pokemon as well. Maybe I should play Pokemon sometime actually. I feel like playing old Pokemon sometime. This is a pretty cool card. Let's see. Oh, I found another. I found another interesting card. Carnivine. Now, if you used to watch Pokemon, I believe this is the 4th generation, I think. I think this is 4th generation. But if you used to watch Pokemon Diamond and Pearl back in the day, James from Team Rocket, he used to have a Carnivine. And I just love this Pokemon for that simple reason that James had it. If you think about it, James always had Pokemons that he caught through love and affection. He never really actually catch Pokemon like Ash did or someone else. All of his Pokemons are Pokemons that decided to tag along with him. So James isn't that bad of a guy actually. But let's see. It has Wine Whip and Swallow H. I don't know why there's a typo on there. But it's a pretty cool Pokemon, I should say so. Moving on. I have this Swirlix. Now Swirlix I remember very with a lot of assurity. This was a Generation 6 Pokemon that they introduced. This was actually the very first time that they introduced fairy types. I'm gonna be honest, I still don't like the idea of fairy types Pokemon. I don't know, I feel like they probably should have gotten around the issue of having the dragon type being too strong some other way. But introducing fairy types to fix the issue was just not it. Well, anyways, this was a pretty cool card as well, and I remember, you know, this was the first fairy type card that I got. Pretty cool. Oh man, here's a legendary coming in. Entei, I think. That's what it's called. I don't know what it's called. Blaze Roar. This is a pretty nice Pokemon, but I think I prefer the legendary bird trio more than the legendary dog trio. The dog trio is Entei, I think Suicune, and then Raikou. But I prefer Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos, especially Zapdos. I love Zapdos. Whoops, I dropped. Alright, let's show some love to Togekiss. It seems like it belongs to Cynthia as well. Well, I love Togekiss. Togepi. Misty used to have it, and I thought Togepi was a pretty cute Pokemon. But then I think she also has a Togekiss by the end of the series. I think I'm not sure on it actually. It's a pretty nice Pokemon though, I have to say. Well, going on with that. Meow, that's my name. Well, Meowth, right? Meowth is a pretty nice Pokemon as well. And it's most popular known for the fact that Team Rocket has a Meowth that can speak. I can't think of Meowth as a Pokemon anymore. I just think of Meowth as the same Meowth from Team Rocket. Double kick. Can it actually learn double kick? I don't know. Well, I made a video on an apple some time ago. Seems like Meowth was the one who actually cut that apple that fell on Isaac Newton. It seems like the lore is connected. It all makes sense now. And one final card, I guess. I actually have 1,000 cards, so I can actually keep going for days and days, but I would much rather, if there is an interest, I can do another, but for now, I think this is good enough. I'm gonna finish it off with one last card. I'm gonna finish it off with Starly. Starly is everybody's favorite Pokemon that plays Gen 4. You're bound to catch a Starly. Starly's probably has to be one of the best Pokemon you can get in Gen 4 that can learn Fly as well. It evolves into Staravia and then it evolves into Staraptor. So, I love this Pokemon. Plus the fact that it can learn Close Combat. That is amazing. So, it's a pretty nice Pokemon. Let me see if I can do this. Let's see. Well, I think this is good enough. We got through about 20 cards, I believe. Let me actually count how many cards I went through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wow, I went through 14 cards. That's amazing. So these are all the cards that I went through actually. I don't know if I'm doing ASMR. To be honest, I actually just love Pokemon a lot. I wish I can play Pokemon games on this channel as well. Maybe I can turn it into ASMR as well, but I don't know. I love Pokemon though, I have to say. But if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it. And if you want me to go through even more cards, then let me know. I would love to do it. Thank you so much for watching.